What is going on, YouTube? I know it has been a minute since I even talked about a comic, but today we're going to be reviewing the TMNT 40th anniversary comic. This video will be uploaded to my YouTube as well as my TikTok, so make sure you guys subscribe to both. But let's jump into the comic. So the comic opened up in the Eastman and Laird universe, I believe, and it basically shows like the turtles and how their point of views are, or whoever is speaking point of view is. And we see a Eastman and Laird Raphael. We see a Donatello that is also Eastman and Laird, I believe. But you can tell that these are various versions of the turtles. So we got a Raphael, we got a Donatello, we got a Leonardo, and we got Michelangelo, but it's the last Ronin Michelangelo. Then we head into the first sort of short story of this comic book titled Monsters. And apparently we are in New York, I'm assuming, and there's a little kid walking down an alley, which is insane. Why is there a little boy walking down a alley unless he's homeless or an orphan in New York City? Not to sound disrespectful, but he goes into the alley where he sees a turtle. We can tell it's a turtle, but he eventually gets scared and he runs away, but he trips and falls, where he then comes face to face with the Rat King. The Rat King and him have a little bit of talking and banter as the kid is scared shitless, but he is willing to fight the Rat King as he picks up a stick trying to defend himself, but the Rat King slaps it away and basically is about to kidnap the boy or make his rats eat the boy. But then the turtle that saw the kid, who looks like Raphael, says that's enough, and then the other turtles arrive to help Raphael as Raphael and Rat King go one-on-one. Rat King actually gets distracted by the other turtles as Raphael picks up the kid and puts him on a fire escape so he could stay hidden. The other Raphael goes back to take down the Rat King, and they actually defeat the Rat King. Mikey goes to check up on the kid, but the kid is gone, and they all decide to head home. But we find out that the kid is actually hiding in a corner, scared shitless still. We then head into this universe where it's basically April O'Neil, I believe, recapping her life. And it's basically showing what has happened. And this version of Turtles looks definitely different. I don't know what universe this is. If somebody could tell me in the comments what universe this is, I would really like to know because I love this art design. I believe that guy in the samurai suit is Shredder, but I have no clue. But it's basically showing off April's life. And how I believe this might be the movie universe. I have no idea. But yeah, we see some inklings with Hung, Casey Jones, the Shredder killed in Fifth Street explosion. We see the turtle standing on a sort of Shredder's like armor, I guess, and it shows one of the turtles, and then it just shows them saving people. This even shows one of the turtles saving April O'Neil. Then they just dip, so it's Mikey, and we get this cool shot of the turtles. We also see Krang. We also see a hooded turtle. So I don't know what universe this is, but I really want to know because this looks awesome. And the turtles are also fighting a big monster. But it's basically April recapping her life and how stuff can change very fast. Who is this villain? But yeah, how stuff can change very quickly in a matter of days or even months. And how there are different universes. So she is well aware that there are different universes of turtles. Yeah, and it's basically recapping the turtles. Yeah, but I love these designs. We got the TMNT 2003 turtle from the Elseworld story. We got Last Ronin. We got Rise of the TMNT, and we got that one time Raphael became Shredder. Yeah, and this one is called Tales of the TMNT Gang Wars. But somebody please tell me which comic this is, which universe this is. So now we got TMNT Urban Legends, and basically I believe this comic was to pick up on stories that might have been forgotten or left behind in these universes. So yeah, but in this universe, a lot of stuff has happened to the turtles. Raphael's face has been burned off, and Donatello has turned into a cyborg. If you guys want me to go over what happened in this, I will definitely do it. But they're basically talking about how there's basically no action in New York City after they took down the Foot and the other villains. And Donatello is basically explaining how he how he and the cyborg only knows guns, while Donatello is trying to train the AI in the cyborg suit to basically become a better asset to the turtles, which does happen because he transforms into a boat, but none of the turtles trust it. But then Donatello starts to malfunction as soon as he transforms back to normal, and the turtles get him to the lair so he can rest up. We then see Raphael take off his mask, where we do see the burnt mark. Mikey then heads off to April and Casey's place because April and Casey in this universe have a child named Shadow. And yeah, and Raphael decides to go back to Shredder's headquarters because Shredder is dead or gone. And in that universe, Raphael became Shredder, and Leo is the only turtle left to go find Master Splinter, who has turned into a bat. We did head into the man behind the mask, which is, I believe this is the Saturday comic book, like the Saturday cartoon comic book. I don't know, but yeah, it's basically April and Raphael catching up about how Raphael went through his first breakup and how April O'Neil went through hers. But then a man is in a woman is getting mugged. Then Casey Jones comes in, and April is obviously Twitter pated and infatuated. And when he takes off his mask to reveal he's human, April's like, damn. And then Raphael's like, your next disaster. And she was like, maybe. And then we head into the 1980s cartoon. I believe this was the Archieverse. I'm going to be honest. I believe that was the Archieverse. But yeah, we head to the Saturday morning cartoon where the Turtles are basically talking about how all they do is fight villains. Well, Raphael mainly. And how they're always heroes and how they want to do something more with their lives. Donatello expresses his dreams, Michelangelo expresses his dreams, but then when they enter the lair, Master Splinter gives them some words of wisdom as he says that in life you never know what can happen, especially when it comes to the future. And it ends off with Mikey making a pizza. Then we head into the 2003 universe. This universe is a fan favorite by me and a bunch of other Turtle fans as well. And you could tell it picks off after Turtles Forever because Hun is still a turtle, but Shredder is alive. But anyways, it shows Master Splinter being captured and how he recaps everything that has happened to him and how he never thought that becoming a mutant rat that knows kung fu would cause so much. And then we see the turtles crash through, and Splinter gives his own ideas about the turtles, and in these very cool shots, I must say. So Michelangelo, we got Raphael, we got Leonardo, and we got Donatello. The Turtles then free Splinter, and Splinter actually deals the final blow to Shredder, knocking him out of his suit, and the Turtles then decide to head home. We did head into the 2012 TV show TMNT, where we find out that a lot has changed. It also shows like a little recap of what's going on. This is after the after the Krang War, I believe, and I believe this is after Tales of TMNT, I believe, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know though. But anyways, it's basically the turtles talking about how nothing good has how there's no villains to fight because they took down every villain. But then we run into this street game called the Rubber Leg Crew, and they basically challenge the turtles to a dance battle, and Mikey actually ends up beating them. But then Donatello figures out that they're Krangs, as one of them does transform into a mutant, and they literally are fighting the mutant, trying to beat the mutant. And Donatello's like, great, now we might have Krang coming back. And then we find out about this new Krang called Krang Primadoris, and he was basically the original Krang Prime. And the turtles actually end up defeating it, but it actually ends up slipping away. And then we see Leonardo talk to Master Splinter, because in this universe, Master Splinter, rest in peace, has been killed. And then we see, I'm assuming Prime Krang eat a rat, which is nastiness. Then we head into the rise of the TMNT universe, and this is actually the future turtles that were somewhat teased in the Rise of the TMNT movie. Where they're basically talking about how Master Splinter has died and how Leo missed his chance to say goodbye to Master Splinter, so he wants to go say bye to Master Splinter now. So Mikey opens up a portal because as Mikey got older, Mikey became an ancient mystic wizard, basically, and he opens up a portal where we see Leonardo travel to various Rise of the TMNT time periods or universes, and we find out that there's a fifth turtle in one. He goes to back when they were babies. He goes to see his father as a human with a girl, and he also goes back to dinosaur age. He then ends up where they are, and where they're and he ends up where this sort of event happened, and Leo is actually fighting off one of their villains. The turtles are fighting off one of their villains, and Leo is about to open that portal that made him miss his chance to say goodbye, but future Leo ends up saving him, and future Leo's like, damn, I was really annoying. And basically, future Leo explains that if he opened that portal, he would have never got to say goodbye to Master Splinter. So after they defeated the villain, they go back to Master Splinter, where I believe he does end up passing away. And you can see Leo smile, but he finally is able to gain closure as the younger versions see their older versions. So I'm guessing these older versions exist thanks to them saving the Krang, stopping the Krang invasion. Then we head into the IDW comic books, where all the turtles basically bring a gift and reflect on everything that has happened. Where we see Leo as he is in charge of a new ninja clan. April gives him Splinter, cause in this universe Splinter was a lab rat, and he basically shows Splinter's name. Then Michelangelo brings a comic that he made for Splinter. Casey brings a puck showing his goals in the Game 5 winning league finals. Jenica brings her mask to tie up to the post. Raphael basically is just like, damn, I got nothing to bring for you, Sensei, but you're still in my heart, stuff like that. Donatello brings him a flower, and we can see that this is the grave of Master Splinter on Father's Day. We then see in this universe, I don't know which one this is. I thought it was IDW, but I have no idea. But it basically shows Oroku Saki, who I guess is reformed, teach the turtles, like, not symbols, but like ancient mystic meditation powers, right? And they basically are trying to become mystic wizards for new upcoming threats. But Mikey and Raph end up like fooling around, causing the whole thing to mess up. And Orokusaki has to run back as they see a bunch of evil spirits attack them. So they basically have to fight these things off. But instead of fighting them off, they decide to revoke them, and it actually works. But they have a lot of broken wood, and they use it to build a fireplace. And surprisingly, Oroku Saki laughs. And that is the end of this comic. It basically wants to show what has happened to every single turtle universe that has been either forgotten about, and it basically wants to show what those turtles are up to, which I'm assuming. But it's a great comic. I would highly recommend it, especially if you're a turtle fan. And yeah, hope you all enjoy.